Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Radiant
Roar! Burn in hell! Dragon Form!
Eat this!
Now you see what I can do!
Blade!
My
Shivering Wind!
Annihilation!
You're on!
Flying free!
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Radiant light! Arcane
Eternal! Lunar Rondo! You're on! Dragon Form!
Do it! Mega Ray!
Primo!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Swallow Blade!
Here I go! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
All right. There's nowhere to run from my heart.
when he slows down, that's our chance! Dragon
It's
Form!
like trying to keep up with a wolf!
Now we're not. In a bind?
Dragon Form! Strike! Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal Torrent! Let's try harder!
In here!
Dragon Form!
Take this! Can't get out of this! Go away!
Now! Ball, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here I come! I'm surrounded! Here I come! Dragon form!
It's a duel of the arts! Dance in the wind!
Now you see what I can do. Here we go.
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march through it!
Oh my!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Prepare to be seized on a weak foot. Actually, sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still... More left.
Right. No time to hold back.
I'll bring you back to the abyss. Lightning
Dragon form!
Now or never. I'm all stocked up. Mega ray.
Great, not again!
Where are you going?
Dragon form!
Don't mind if I do.
Eagle side! Far enough! Talon storm! Do it!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Well, looky here.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me!
First strike! Here I come! It's over!
I'll end you!
Take
I'm
this!
also doing an airport target.
All mine!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done.
Stardust! Lunar Rondo! Stardust!
Now!
Lunar Rondo! Easter!
Talon hurricane!
Do it!
Lunar Rondo!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life! There's always room for improvement.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Get lost!
Here I come!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Dragon Swarm!
Spirit flame!
Severing Wing! Stardust!
Talon hurricane! Eagle side!
You're mine!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm! Astral Arts?
That's my cue.
Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Shut him down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on.
Not bad.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come!
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
Do it!
You're as humble as
You're fluffy.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I've still got a ways to go!
Here, let me help.
You're mine! Dragon Form!
Thank you.
Lightning orb! Raging cascade! Searing flame!
Dragon Form! It's over!
Finish
you!
Mega ray!
Form! You're mine! It's on! Dragon Form!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Not a chance!
Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Right, next one!
Dragon Form!
Already on.
You're on!
Freeze Lance!
I think I'm getting stronger.
What's with that shining foe over there?
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
They got me trying.
Mine!
Powered hurricane. He's such a failure.
Stay away from my friend!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Dragon Form!
Dance in the wind! Please now, let me help!
Slot! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Dragon Form!
In a bind.
We did it!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Form! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Everyone's still in one piece?
And thus our strength yet grows.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people?
Let's dispose of the
Come
trash!
on! Dragon Form!
Eat this.
Lightning orb!
Listen, care.
Not on my watch!
Here I come! Dragon Form! You're finished!
Now!
Hey.
Blow them away!
Radiant light!
Not a chance!
Carve. I'll finish you here and now.
Here I go!
Do it!
These little.
Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Great! What's this thing?
I won't forgive you!
Stunner! Burn in hell! Never win! Stunner!
Dance in the
Blue
wind!
the Rondo!
And light!
You're mine!
Now! Doling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Lightning condemned!
Eat this.
Win! It's on! Blue the Rondo! Ignite!
Leave the charge to me.
Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Right, next one.
Now!
Already on.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just a...
No backing down.
No escape!
This one's mine!
I'm on.
Dragon Form!
Mega ray!
Never win!
Can't get out of bed.
Here, let me help!
Win!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Dragon Form!
Armor won't save you.
Radiant supernova!
Far enough.
It's on! Dragon Form!
Do it, Zara! Frozen!
Hammer.
Hard malevolent! Arctic waterfall!
You picked the wrong path!
I'm here!
Dragon Form! Say no more.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed, and it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. No backing down! Dragon Form! Severing Wing! I'm on!
Lightning Condemned!
Eagle
Thunder! Can do this all day! Lightning Orb!
I'm like bait to them! The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on. That's it.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dragon Form! Burn in hell!
Eagle Fly!
This one's mine!
Dragon
Do
Form!
it, Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer! First strike!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my power growing!
Gone!
Take this!
Armor won't save you!
Into the shadows!
Dragon Form!
Raging Cascade!
one's all mine!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Glacial Spear!
Ignite!
Leave the
Very good. Yeah. Totally unique.
Dragon form!
This is in the sky! Do it! Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer.
Don't get careless.
Little help!
Here I come!
I never you got
Dragon form!
Not in your dreams!
It's over!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy! Way to go!
Dragon form!
Raging to it! Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Dragon form! First strike!
Hey, hey.
Spear!
Hurricane! Dragon form!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Dragon form!
Now you see what I can do. First strike.
Where are you going?
Dragon...
Well then, let's keep moving.
Forgive you!
Stardust! Lunar Rondo!
Eat this!
Stardust!
Ready to win!
You're burned!
Steel! Annihilation!
Will this help? First strike! Can't get out of bed! Thanks! Dragon form!
Don't mind if I do!
Watch this.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Do it!
Eagle Star.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here, let me help.
Eat this! First aid!
Okay, here... Looks like we won. Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Far enough! Radiant, here!
Flush!
Severing wind!
Here's evil!
Here I go! You picked the wrong fight!
Freeze here!
Pesky airborne
Carve
scoundrel.
through walls! Sounds like a job for yours truly! Low! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
There! And again! Primed and ready! Here,
Burn strike!
I never miss!
Try this on for size!
This one's off!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Wow! Look what I just found.
How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Hi, Hoodle!
I'm surrounded!
Dragon Swarm!
Burn!
Dragon Swarm!
No further!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the enemy's art to me!
Try this!
No play here!
Confiscate!
Now you see what I can do! I'm on!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind! Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
I'm on
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear! Now! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Dragon!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning condemn!
Dragon Swarm!
I run you through!
Not today!
Step back! This one's all law!
There. What's that big tower over there?
We should be able to cook here.
Not this way, I guess.
I'll read my book a little more. Whoa, that came out perfect!
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Guess I misread the landing.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Go no further! Where are you going? Get out of there together! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Lightning! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! This is some astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done! Steering flame! Reload!
You're on!
Laser spear! Pierce
Ready and
evil!
ready!
I never miss!
Now you see what I can do!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
I think I'm getting stronger.
I won't forgive you!
take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Andy.
I'm on it! Dragon Swarm! Not today! We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Dopamine!
Light Burst 4!
Radiant Genesis!
This could be useful.
You got company!
Dragon Swarm!
Flame of Fury! Light
I can carve through them!
Dragon Swarm!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Now!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dragon Swarm!
Supernova!
Dragon Pistol! Eat this!
Only getting started!
Dragon Swarm!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I never miss!
Bongo! You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this.
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird strike.
Right, next one!
Already on. I'm on.
Dragon Swarm!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Eat this.
You're on! Dragon Swarm!
A banana!
Do it.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger.
He's gone. Stardust. I'm surrounded.
Not in your dreams! I'm only getting
Won't
started!
save you.
You're on!
Dragon Swarm! Burning!
Not today!
Eat this.
Dragon Swarm!
Do it.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that way.
Dragon Swarm!
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
You're mine! Portal Blade!
Do it.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life. I'm practically unstoppable.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahagsar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why? Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the?
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Here, let me help. Freeze,
Here. This is looking good. This! Dragon Form! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Dragon Form! This was all right! Not today!
Shining
Now,
Supernova!
while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Shattering those pieces! Attack time!
Dragon Form!
That's not freaking good!
Did they not teach you to say thank you, Indiana? Not to a Renan, they don't.
Dance to the wheeling arc! Steel blade! More that water!
Take this!
Lightning bug!
Enjoy.
Where that came from! Burning to the sun!
Prepare to be sealed. Can't get out of this.
Healing circle! Shining Supernova!
To stop you die?
Thank you.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't. Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
all of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shiona's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that.